Okay. Very good morning, students. So in the previous class, I have explained about the tangent reinforcement. So now I am going to transfer strength of the RC section. I have explained the previous class. Now I am going to explain you the topic bond strength in RC section or RC method. Okay. So this bond strength is very important for the RCC section. So okay, what is meant by the bond stress? First of all, so bond stress means the contact, the surface between the steel and concrete. The bond between the steel and concrete is very important. Okay, so that we can call as a bond stress. That means there is no slip will be happen if the bond will be there with concrete and steel. Okay, so in the bond strength, you have the as per design process, you have the two values will be there. One is the two bond values will be there. One is the flexural bond, and second one is the anchorage bond. Second one is the anchorage bond. Okay. So as per the design process, you have the two values will be there. One is the flexural bond, and second one is the anchorage bond. Okay. We can see one by one. What is meant by the flexural bond? What is meant by flexural bond? Flexural bond also we can say that it is a local bond. The flexural bond we can say that a local bond or normal bond. Okay. So what is the formula for the flexural bond stress? So F equals to VU by flexural bond F equals to VU by J suffix D into sigma 0. So it means what is the F formula here? The capital D or design shear force divided by J to D into sigma O. That means what is that B? B means the shear force. The design shear force is a capital D, and what is the JD value? JD equals to the lever arm. Okay, in the first units on once we are talking about this lever arm. Okay, so J suffix T equals to lever arm, and what is the sigma O? Sigma O means the periphery of the steel. The periphery of the steel or perimeter of the steel. The perimeter of the steel. You can say that sigma O. Okay, so now second one is that anchorage bond. What is meant by anchorage bond? Anchorage bond also we can known as it is a development length or anchorage length. Development length or anchorage length. Okay, so what is meant by anchorage length? What is meant by anchorage length? The minimum anchorage length required to resist the design shear force in the bar, that we can call as a anchorage length. Now you can see this diagram, you will understand. So what is meant by anchorage length and anchorage stress? Okay, here this is a section. This is the RCC section. Here the concrete will be there. Okay. In this RCC section, here I am applying the tangent force. Capital T. Okay. So in the capital T, so what is it? Capital T here. Capital T is the tangent force or horizontal force. Okay. So the average bond stress can be determined by using of pull-out test. If you want to determine this anchorage bond stress, we can use the pull-out test. Okay. So here what is the development length or anchorage length formula? Development length or anchorage length formula, LV equals to 0.87 Fi into 5 divided by 0.87 Fi into 5 divided by 4 into tau BD. So these are anchorage length or development length. LV equals to 0.87 Fi into 5 divided by 4 into tau BD. Here what is Fi? Yield strength of the steel. Fi is the yield strength of the steel. Then what is the Phi? Phi means the diameter of the steel reinforcement, the diameter of the bar. Okay. Now what is it? Tau BD? Tau BD is the bond stress. Okay. So again here in this anchorage bond, again the two things will be there. One is that if you are providing the with hooks or with bends. Okay. So these two concepts will be there for the development length. If you are providing the hooks or if you are providing the bends in the RCC members. Okay, so this is about the just introduction part about the bond strength in the RCC members. Okay. Now, this related problems you can see now. First problem is the problem number 1. A column of multi-story, a column of multi-story, a column of multi-story reinforced, a column of multi-story building reinforced with 25 mm diameter, with 25 mm diameter and Fe415 bars, and Fe415 bars are used, and Fe415 bars are used. Calculate the lap length. Calculate the lap length. Calculate the lap length required. Calculate the lap length required and sketch the details. And sketch the design details. Design details and M25 concrete are used. M25 concrete are used. Okay, so this is a question. A column of multi-story building reinforced 25 mm diameter and Fe415 bars are used. Calculate the lap length required and sketch the design details of section, and also you given that M25 grade of concrete. M25 grade of concrete. Now, what is given here? Given data, you can say that FCK value given that 25 Newton per mm square MPa. Okay. Then given that Fi value is a 415. Yield strength of steel is a 415 Newton per mm square. Clear. So you have to calculate all. Then again given that diameter of the bar is 25 mm. Diameter of the bar is given 25 mm. You can calculate the lap length. Okay. So what is the formula for lap length? Development length. L equals to 0.87 into Fi into pi divided by 4 into tau Vd. 4 into tau Vd. So here you know the Fi value. Okay, Fi value you know 415 and pi value 25 mm, and you don't know about the tau Vd. What's the tau Vd? What is the tau Vd here? Tau Vd means the anchorage bond or anchorage bond stress. Okay, anchorage bond stress, tau Vd. Anchorage bond stress, tau Vd. Now we can calculate the tau Vd value. And we are going to calculate the anchorage stress value with using the code book. Okay, in the code book, table number 4 is 26.2.1. 26.2.1. That tau Vd value you can calculate. So you give that M25 grade of concrete. Okay, for M25 grade of concrete, what is the tau Vd value? For M25 grade of concrete, what is the tau Vd value? So you can check the table number 4 in the 26.2.1. It is page number 42. Okay, page number 42. Tell me the tau Vd value for M25 grade of concrete. Okay, this bond stress will be depending upon the grade of concrete. This bond stress will be depending upon the grade of the concrete. Okay, so for M25 grade of concrete is 1.4. 1.4 is actually bond stress for M25 grade of concrete. But we have to calculate for the bond stress in the tension. If you are calculating for that tau Vd for M25 grade concrete in tension. M25 grade concrete in tension. So for tension already given in the table. Okay, if you are taking for that the deformed bars. Okay, if you are taking that deformed bars, what we are going to take? It will be multiplied with the 1.6. It will be multiplied with the 1.6. That means you have to multiply with the bond stress. Okay, so that means 1.4 into 1.6. 1.4 into 1.6. If you are having any confusion, just go to this table number 4. There he given that he mentioned that for the deformed bars that tau Vd value will be multiplied with the 1.6. Multiplied with the 1.6. So you get the total value in the tension 2.24. Please check it that. I am getting here 1.4 into 1.6 equals to 2.24. 2.24. Is it clear? Please check it. 1.4 into 1.6 equals 2.24. Is it right? Yes. Okay. So again we can calculate the turbidity value for N25 grade of concrete in the compression. If you are taking in the compression, okay, in the tension we are taking that we are multiplying with the 1.6. The turbidity value we are multiplying with the 1.6. So what I told that in that code book IS 4/6/2000, okay, for compression members it will be multiplying with 1.4 into 1.6 into 1.25. Why I am taking 1.25? The compression value will be more than the tension member. That means it will be increasing the 25%. It will be increasing the 25%. That means you can mention here 1.25. So it means 100% we are taking 1, for 25% it will be the 1.25. So you can increase that value with the tension member. Okay. Now the total value 1.4 into 1.6 into 1.25. I am getting here 2.8. Is it correct? 2.8 is correct. Please check it. 1.4 into 1.6 into 1.25. 1.6 into 1.25. The total value 2.8. Right. Now we got the total value, turbidity value, and also the for the tension and also compression. Now we can calculate the development length. So we can take development length 0.87 into 415 into pi value 25 by 4 into turbidity. Here which value we can consider the turbidity value? For the tension or compression? Here we are calculating that compression value. So into 4.2.8. 4 into 2.8. So therefore the LV equals to 806 mm. Are you clear? The development length equals to 806 mm. Please calculate and tell me the value. 0.87 into 415 into 25 divided by 4 into 2.8. So this is about the lap length. Are you clear? Are you clear? Yes. Okay. Thank you. So we'll see.